Hey you guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. Today we are going to do a deluxe shaping and tint on my client. We are going to start off by using Brow Code's brow tint in a dark brown shade, and we are going to mix it with the developer until it is nice and creamy and incorporated. When I tint the brows, I love using this clear little plate because it helps me organize all the things that I'll be using on the client, and it gives me a nice surface to work with. I'm going to start by using an alcohol wipe to cleanse the client's skin and remove any oil or debris from the skin so that my tint can go on seamlessly and adhere. Notice when I start applying my tint, I do not start at the head of the brow. I typically like to start right before that lower arch and work my way over to the tail. This is really a pro tip because if you start laying your tint at the head of the brow, you're going to get this dark, boxy brow, and you want a gradient. You want the tail and the arch to be the darkest point while the head of the brow has this nice soft gradient in the front and almost resembles an ombre powder brow. Notice how I'm going from one brow to the other, and I am not fully applying the tint on one side and then moving to the other side. You really want to make sure you're going back and forth so that the brows can develop evenly and that one brow is not darker than the other brow. And lastly, everyone is different. Some people like to just slap the tint on and go in and use a tool to, perfect the eyebrows. I am all for precision tinting. And here we did not map the client because she's a regular and her shape is very prominent. But typically you do want to map your client out so that you can precision tint and so that you're not getting tint all in these other places, having to go in and remove and potentially developing color outside of the desired shape. Once I've laid my tint, I go in and use my GG Spa wax, and I am waxing the client's eyebrows. Now I love to wax after I have laid the tint because as you can see, when you pull those strips up, you have a really defined shape. It can remove any tint that might have fallen outside of the desired shape and really leave the brows looking super clean, and this is what I like to see. When I wax my clients, I like to break the brow down in 4 sections. I'll do the tail, the front of the brow, and then the lower portion, the tail, and then also the head of the brow. Once I finish waxing each brow, I go in with some remover, and I like to remove right at the head of the brow so that that can stop developing and not be so harsh. Once my brows have gotten fully developed, I like to take a lip brush and some remover and go in and kind of break up the product because sometimes it can get hardened a little bit. And then I go in with a pad and gently wipe and remove the tint. Lastly, we are going to do our finishing touches. We're going to go in with our scissors and perfect the brows, trim and remove any hairs that might fall outside of the new shape. And then I like to go in and use a little bit of concealer that is geared towards the client's skin tone to really outline and perfect the brows to really bring out the shape. Once I've applied the concealer, I like to go in with a disposable lip brush to blend it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here is the finished look, and please like and subscribe for more content like this.